Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. Hello there, Khan. How are you, my friend? I'm alright, man. I'm alright. I'm a little tired. Um, my back kind of hurts. I didn't sleep very well. And I was up late watching a creepy YouTube video talking about a stalker that he's had for years that like harasses him and just messes with him. So it made me made me feel a little more. It made me second guess doing things like on live stream or online. I feel like it would really suck for something like that to happen, but I don't know. I'll be alright. But how about you, man? How are you? Are you still there? Ooh. There are shops ahead. Oh. Hola, ¿dónde estás? Soy Rigo. Hola, soy Rigo. Whoa. Estoy en Sayula, Mexico. I'm in Mexico, Sayula, Mexico. There's some shops right here. Little clothes stands or something. That dude from Australia contacted me today. He said we shall meet tomorrow. I am not sure about how to contact him tomorrow. He just said we should meet tomorrow and that's all. He said he is exploring solo today. My text got filtered out, I guess. Let me see. I see. Well, I mean, that's positive, right? Sounds like he wasn't avoiding you or ignoring you. Maybe tomorrow he'll shoot you a message or something. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Let me pull out my tripod and set it up right quick. It is quite incredible how far I've come, you know? Like, not too long ago, I would feel very uncomfortable just chilling in public with a tripod and my phone and talking to random strangers on the internet in front of dozens of random strangers in real life. But here we are. Times have changed. Alright. Boom. We're good to go, man. We're good to go. The thing with foreigners is that local Pakistani YouTube reviewers are more intrigued when they watch foreigners roaming around Lahore. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I've thought about that too, because like Um, I remember once there was like some videos popping up of like Americans or foreigners like exploring Mexico, and I remember watching it out of curiosity. And I think it's just one of those things, like, you know, it's interesting to see like the life that you're so familiar with through the eyes of like someone else, from someone who's never been there, who's never seen it before. So I've had that where like I'm interested to see what people think of Mexico, what like these random Americans like on YouTube that pop up in Mexico are thinking of Mexico and stuff like that. Um, and I think it's the same just all over, you know? Life is Roblox, says Niño Perro. Possibly so. So yeah, I think it's just people, I think it's just really interesting to see how someone sees your life, the place you're from and stuff, you know? Oh, and yes, I met 3 people from USA today in a park near me. The dude was straight up European, but the ladies were like from Philippines. Oh, wait, they were Americans? Or they were from the US? I mean, the US has people from all over, man. It's possible they were all American. That's the strange thing, you know? Depending on like how many generations down the line they are. Like you can have people, there's like Chinese Americans who like can't speak any Chinese, you know? Like you can get pretty far removed from your cultural roots. So when they're traveling abroad, they might seem like they're from somewhere else, but they could very well be American. Bread and butter American. Camila Castro says hello. Hello, Camila. Camila Castro. Hello, Camila. Jameson says your girlfriend never goes on with you. This is true. This is true. Not yet, but someday, probably soon, in the near future. Um, it's a complicated situation, but she, yeah, she'll probably hop on one of these days. Once I know that everyone is chill. No, I'm kidding. Most of you guys are pretty chill. But I guess you do feel a little protective of putting loved ones behind this camera too, you know? Because like, I mean, I've been around on the internet for years, man. You know, I grew up with the internet, so I know. I'm used to people being nasty. I know people can get really nasty and just be dickheads. But you know, like, other people might not have that tough skin. Would you go undercover for Jalisco Cartel for $10 million, but you will have to go to the enemy territory to spy? Nah, man. I'm an agent of my own individuality. You know, I've thought about this because I unironically am probably a highly desired person for a spy, like to be a spy, you know? Like I'm American, but I'm Mexican, my parents are Mexican, and I've also been in China, so on the US side, I'm sure they'd want me to spy on China. On the Chinese side, since I like China, and I don't really like the US all that much, sometimes, the Chinese probably want me as their spy. Then the Mexicans might want a piece too, because China and the US are very, very pivotal, very, what's the word? Oh my gosh, I've got flea bites out the ass, mosquito bites. Very primary partners, very primary competition, you know? But not, like, out of principle, I don't want to ever affiliate myself with, like, a government or anything like that, you know? I want to just be me, man. I just want to be a random human being, you know? Content, I asked the girls where you are from Indonesia, and they said, if they're from Indonesia, they said they're from USA. I was on a date, and the girl was not much amused with they being around, especially the girls a lot, so I couldn't talk to them more. Oh, you were on a date with someone as you saw these people? I think that's what you're saying. You could be a double agent, lol. I could, but nah, I don't want to. I think, yeah, there's a certain appeal to me to just be a lone wolf, you know, just be solo. No affiliation with any government. It's just me, man, you know? I want to be a non-biased, neutral party. I want to be able to go to any country and like they don't, you know, there's my nationality. A lot of people might have certain ideas about me from being like American or saying I'm Mexican or stuff like that, but I want to have as little of like a preconceived notion of me as possible whenever I go somewhere new, you know? I want to build my rapport from the ground up. I want to just be me so I can get a real insight, neutral, fair insight into life elsewhere. Hi, I am sick today. Sounds tragic, Felix. What are you sick? How did you get sick? Askan said yes, period. I assume about you were on a date with a girl and you ran into girls from the USA. Did they speak English? Like, did they sound like they were from the USA? I don't imagine they would lie. You can find Americans pretty much anywhere, probably. I saw Americans in Thailand, in Malaysia. Basically anywhere I've gone, there's been Americans there. I got vaccinated, then afterwards I got sick. I see. Yeah, that's a common thing. A lot of times, I mean, that's how vaccines kind of work. You're being given like a tiny dose of the disease so that your body builds antibodies and stuff. But yeah, I'm sorry you're sick. Hope you recover quickly. It's really weird though, seeing like when I would be traveling abroad, like I would see Americans, but like it would be pretty, like they wouldn't really talk to me. I don't think they really realized or thought I'm American, you know? Unless like we start talking, they might they might Felix says, me seeing a spider behind you / near you. No cap. I don't think there's any spiders. No, but like when I'm abroad, sometimes I feel, I don't know, I feel like foreigners are really cliquey. Like expats, they call them. I feel like they're very cliquey when they're living living abroad in other countries. It's kind of that way in China. In Thailand, there's a lot of foreigners, but there are also a lot of like retirees. So like, I don't know. Ran into a few people, but not that many. I think there's certain stereotypes about young people from like the West traveling to third world countries or poorer countries. I heard in Japan, like there's a really bad reputation for foreigners, teachers especially. In China too, there's some teachers like that where like they're kind of just going to party. But I guess it's the same in Japan. I saw a video of it was like a meme of this girl running away from this guy because he kept saying like red flag things about being a teacher in Japan. I don't think they were lying. The guy asked the locals if he could play cricket with them. The girl said they were not YouTubers, but they were documenting everything. They have a pocket-sized register and they were taking pics. Oh wow. They might have the same vlog camera as me. I have a DJI Pocket, I think it's called. Pocket 2. It's a super tiny vlog camera. Super, super tiny. Haven't really used it all that much. I still don't know what I want to do between like doing YouTube videos and doing live streams. I think live streams are simpler. I don't really like the editing process behind videos. Back when I would do vlogs, I would just do like one take. Like I would hit record for 10 seconds, whatever, and then just keep going, walking, turn off the camera. And then at the end, I can just snip all the clips together and release that as a vlog. And that seemed to work well for me. I like that. But I haven't really been doing any vlogs. They played badminton with a local young girl. One of them said, "My Pakistani name is Khushbu." I asked her whether someone in Pakistan had given her this name, and she said yes. I replied, "I thought so." What does Khushbu mean? Khushbu. Does it mean like foreigner or something? I don't know, traveling's kind of one of those weird things where like I feel like there's definitely problematic things that people do, like from rich countries going into poor countries. Very like tone deaf, like I saw a YouTube short yesterday about like it was like about like a tone deaf like American coming back from being abroad and like just complaining about like, oh, like homeless people like ruining the vibe, like all those poor people, blah blah blah. And you know, I don't know, travel, there's so many ways to travel. I think some are definitely, I feel like there's a lot of debate on the ethics of travel, but I also feel like a lot of people hate on people that travel because like I feel like a lot of people want to travel but they can't, or they like are too afraid to. Ah, no, gracias. Igualmente.
Hola, ¿qué haces?
Ah, estoy grabando un video, hablando con personas. ¿Ustedes qué hacen?
Mi papá se llama Pedro
Oh,
y él me cuida y él me soba.
¿te soba?
Sí.
Ah, ¿y qué están comiendo?
Mamá.
¿Cómo se llaman? Oh, no, gracias, gracias. ¿Cómo se llaman?
Daddy Yoshi.
Joshi.
Oh. Daddy Yoshi.
Jody y Joshi. Ah, muy bien. Ah, ok. There's a bunch of kids.
Ya habla mamá.
Se habla mamá. Vayan, vayan. Adiós, bye bye. Oh my gosh, that's funny, man. Adiós. A couple of little kids, tiny ass kids. I'm surprised they're that fluent. They look like babies. Not babies, but they look super young. They're eating marshmallows and asking me what I was doing and telling me about themselves. My suggestion would be to do live streams only when you are walking. This would be multitasking and make videos once or twice in a month and utilize the remainder of the time and probably a job LOL. Khushbu means fragrance and that is not used as a name. I think someone was hitting on her so he called her as Khushbu. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of a difference in the feel between like just chatting like this and like chatting as I'm walking around. I think they're both enjoyable in their own way. But I mean, like at these hours, which is a bit unfortunate, it's usually when I've been like consistently live streaming. But it is like the hottest hours of the day. So it's a little hard to walk around. walk around much. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like doing both for their own different reasons. I think for the videos, I guess the other thing is I could edit like live streams. Like I know there's live streamers who have like an editor who will like basically edit down their live stream into like a more long form normal video, you know? Antonio Rodriguez Casares. Hola amigo, buena tarde. Un abrazo para ti desde México. Gracias Antonio. Bienvenidos otra vez. Welcome back. How are you doing today? ¿Cómo estás? But yeah, I think like vlogs could work for like places where I can't stream, you know? There's a lot of places where I don't have that good of connection. I could also clip things together from a live stream. But I do feel like it's a bit of a different dynamic, you know? Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Estoy bien. Aquí ando, descansando, abajo de un árbol, aquí afuera, como pasándole bien en un plaza. I'm out here, I'm doing alright, just chilling here under a tree here in a plaza. Me da gusto. It makes him happy to hear. Yeah. Antonio, ¿qué? Oh no, dijiste que eras de Sonora, ¿sí? You said you were from Sonora? I feel like vlogs and live stream have a bit of a different dynamic, you know? Because live streams is like interactive, like I'm talking with people. But like vlogs is a little more different. It's kind of like I'm talking to myself. Or I don't know, it's weird, you know? I'm not talking to anyone in real time. I'm kind of just like addressing an audience that can't hear me until I post the video, you know? So it's kind of like I'm addressing future people. I do enjoy vlogging. It has been enjoyable when I've done it. But I don't know. Sonora, muy bien. Chota Mipra is saying some interesting things. Mustard. Muy bien, Antonio. ¿Cómo te gusta en Sonora? How do you like it in Sonora? One way could be that you can make clips about different places. Yeah, I was thinking about either for live streams or for videos. I think it would work better as a video. But just showing like different aspects of life, you know? Kind of like some of your vlogs, kind of like you did like the zoo and like that one night market and stuff. I feel like I could do a vlog about different aspects of life here. Maybe like a street market or like the weekend market, tianguis they call it. Soccer games, stuff like that. Larin Awad said hi. Aya Awad says hi. What the heck? Are you guys related? Is that your brother or sister, Larin? Have the same last name. I assume you guys might know each other. Larin Awad and Aya Awad. I remember Larin mentioned she has a lot of siblings. Aya Awad says OMG 5 exclamation marks. Message retracted. What the heck? I don't know why messages get retracted sometimes. Usually it's when someone cusses or something. We are siblings. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Message retracted. Message retracted. What the heck? I don't know why that is. I don't know if you guys see that, but on my end it says message retracted whenever they whenever they say something. It disappears after like 10 seconds. I am Viquito Mexiquito. Very nice. I don't know if it's like maybe it's a setting on their end. I was thinking maybe no, I don't know. I don't know why it does that. I can't imagine they're retracting their own messages. Khan, do you still do vlogs? Are you still doing vlogs these days? Yes, that's what I mean, brother, like a street market, etc. Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea. Sometimes I still feel a little nervous sometimes interacting with people. I don't know, I'm a little to myself. But it is something I want to get more comfortable doing. You know, like I feel like it's interesting talking to the locals and learning more about them and stuff like that. Just kind of getting the perspective. One of my favorite travel vloggers does a lot of that. He'll like learn the local languages of the places he goes to some extent, varying fluencies, but he like talks to the locals, and it's just really interesting seeing his travel vlogs. It also seems like I was really surprised because there was one video where he's talking to these other foreigners he ran into, and they ask him like when his video will be live, like when will people see it, and he said in 2 months. So basically he filmed something like a travel vlog in the country, and it takes him 2 months to post it, which is just crazy to me. You can speak both English and Mexican language, so it would be more interactive. And someone said OMG, I think, and then it got retracted. Yeah, I saw what they said. It just gets retracted after like 10 seconds for some reason. Amigo, ¿qué ciudad es ahí? Aquí estoy en Sayula, Jalisco, Mexico. Es un pueblo mágico. I'm here in Sayula, Jalisco, Mexico. It's a pueblo mágico, a magic village. I'm not quite sure why. But that's like a Pueblo Mágico es como un programa que tiene el gobierno federal, creo. Pueblo Mágico, like Magic Village, is like a program that like the federal government has where they designate certain like villages as like magic villages for like touristy reasons and stuff, I guess, usually because of some specialty or something they have. I make a vlog in like a few months. One every few months. It's pretty sparse, pretty rare. Oh, I bought a guitar yesterday. That's the other thing. Oh, I want to do some music live streams again. I was chatting with Charlie Deer, I think was his name, from Sweden, for a while yesterday, and he was encouraging me a lot to get a guitar, and I wanted to, and I went, and it was actually really cheap compared to guitars in the US. It was like $65, $60 or something for a acoustic classical guitar, and it was pretty nice. I'll do a live stream with it. Maybe today, but soon for sure. My favorite vlogger is Harold Balder. He's a legend. Harold Balder. I haven't heard of that man. I know there's a really popular guy. His name is Bald and Bankrupt. Have you heard of him? If you watch one of his vids, you will love him too. Potentially. Is he like an old dude? Harold Balder. I do feel like vlogs, I don't know, there's pros and cons to both. Vlogs are a little, I guess like, you can be more selective with vlogs. You can kind of just film what you want to and otherwise just like chill and enjoy your time. I guess live stream is similar, but you're like interacting with people. Have you ever tried live streaming, Khan? Or have you just done vlogs? I think the thing with like vlogs, I don't know, I guess the vlogs I watch, like the travel YouTuber guy, Sabbatical, he kind of does things, he does everything solo. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel a little weird about doing vlogs with like family or like other people. I don't know why. Maybe I'm still protective of my craft. $60 was cheap, OMG. For a guitar, yeah, dude. I mean, in the US, like a good cheap guitar is like at least $100. Usually like 150, 200 bucks. I hope my OMG don't get retracted at all. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why Lorene's OMG got retracted. But yeah. Bald and Bankrupt have made a couple vids together with Harold Balder. Okay, so they're different people. Yeah, I know Bald and Bankrupt is super popular, also super controversial. They make similar type of vids. I see. I've watched some of his videos, Bald and Bankrupt. I really like Sabbaticals though. He kind of has like an interesting twist. Harold is more funny and spontaneous. Okay. Sabbatical does like, I guess he does more like historical. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. He kind of like knows some history about the places he goes. And he'll like do historical type vlogs. Like for example, he started out in Mexico and he was like visiting the place where, I don't know, like the Civil War began. I don't know, something like that. I've never done a live. Haha, I have arrived. How's it going? I'm alright, Water J, I'm alright. Oh wow, says Khan. Yeah, I think he started out in like Veracruz or something. But first, I think his first video ever was like Mexico City. He had learned Nahuatl, which is like an indigenous language here in Mexico. And he was just going around seeing if like random people in public knew how to speak Nahuatl. And that was like the first video he ever made. And then he started doing travel vlogs. He's a super fascinating guy. I watched an interview with him, but there's only one interview with him. But he talks about like, basically like he was pretty poor, like he was working at like a pizza shop or something, just, I don't know, barely getting by. And I think during COVID, his like business fell apart because it was an education company. It fell apart, and then he went to, I think to Africa for like a month or something. And he really enjoyed it there. And so then, like later on, he thought about doing YouTube and just going all in full time. And he started doing travel vlogs and he blew up pretty quick. Um, he has like 600, 700,000, or yeah, 700,000 subs. But I mean, I think he's only been posting for like 2 years or something. So yeah, but he did like his first like 10 videos in Mexico, traveling around. He spoke Spanish and he even spoke some indigenous languages, Mayan probably. And so he had a very, I don't know, he's a very interesting guy. I really like him. $200 is like a full-time salary for many people in Pakistan. I heard Jason had a mental breakdown though yesterday. Not sure why. Really? Where'd you hear that, Jay? He did. It was a little concerning. I don't know what was going on. He seemed to be really angry. About, I think like, I don't know. I don't know what the gist of it was. But he seemed to have accidentally broken a table or something while cooking an egg. I don't know what it was. And he said something about he's done being Christian. I don't know. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I hope he's alright. Bottom Bankrupt's Pakistan vid was good too, but he just made one vid and then left. I thought he was a little scared with his vlogs in Pakistan. Harold Balder has never visited Pakistan, but I talked to him about it. He said it was because he was annoyed at someone. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but he seemed to be going through it. So hopefully he's alright. Maybe check in on him and see. Try and get to the bottom of it. Or just do what you can, you know. Balder has visited every country neighboring Pakistan, I guess. Harold Balder. I see. What makes you say that he felt he was a little scared in Pakistan? Like what did you feel what did he do that made you feel he was acting a little more scared or felt more scared? Bottom Bankrupt blew up after his Indian tour, I think. Really? Yeah, I don't know. I know he's a really big channel. But he's a bit weird. He's controversial. There's a lot of videos like talking about him, the controversy around him. Cause he kind of says some weird things about women and stuff. But he's interesting. Seems like a decent guy from most of the videos I watched. Yeah, he seemed better when I talked to him. Probably just needs some space. I'd see. Yeah, I don't know what he's got going, but it sounds like he's got some pent up anger, pent up resentment or something. Space is good. It's good to take space to ourselves, to understand ourselves. Yeah, I feel like ideally, if I can get monetized in the next month or two and make a bit of income, I think next step would probably be traveling down South America, Central America, some of those countries, because I'm already down here. But I don't know. It's definitely cheaper than the US or Europe to travel in South America. I don't know just how cheap though. Probably cheaper than Mexico too. But yeah, I don't know. Anyone here? Water J, do you travel much? Are you much of a traveler? I just wonder if that ever happened before, like people having breakdowns in your chat. No, that was the first. That was the first. Um, I did have someone come in and they were feeling suicidal a couple times, I think. Um, and that was actually one of my music streams. My last one I did. Um, and so I just started playing music for him, and he really liked it. He really fucked with it. And he was super grateful, super thankful. But yeah, that was a few weeks back. He not that much, but last year I went to Vegas and Japan. Two very different places, no? How did you like Japan? How long were you there? I've yet to go to Japan. I kind of feel like, I mean, dude, the world is fucking massive. Even just like countries themselves. Like the US, I've only been to like maybe 5, 6 states in the US. Definitely very different as you go around. China too. I've been to a handful of provinces in China, but there's a lot of provinces I wanna travel to and check out. Particularly the outer regions of China. Xinjiang, Tibet, Inner Mongolia. Travel to Pakistan, bro. I promise you'll get more audience than going to South America. Maybe, but it's more expensive. I have to fly all the way out there. I really don't have money. So I can't really travel at all until I get some income stream. Indeed, I was in Tokyo for 2 weeks and wow, just no words, man. Yo. How is thou sexy man today? I am alright, man. I'm alright. A little tired, a little low mood, a little, I don't know, a little lost, you know? I feel like well, I have some ideas to try. But I don't know, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, man. But I guess that's the point. Why would you assume yourself sexy? You're extraordinarily handsome. Thanks, man. But if I had to say a word, it was incredible. Yeah, dude. I guess that's kind of part of like the keystone of like part of what I want to do. Like, I feel like travel can really be life-changing, you know? Can really just shift your whole worldview. And so I feel like, you know, watching channels like Sabbatical, my favorite travel vlogger, I feel like it's very interesting, very fascinating. You learn a lot, very captivating. And I guess like it would be cool to do videos like his. And I guess that's part of it. I wanna inspire people to travel, to be more curious about the world, you know? I feel like that's a way to create impact. Tokyo Drift. Yeah, if you ever feel lost, I'll give you a map to my room. A map to your room? Hey, how's it going, man? What's up, Kane? I'm alright, man. I'm alright. I was just talking about it. I was saying I feel a little lost, a little low mood. little, I don't know. I guess more doubt creeps in sometimes. Still trying to find my way. But I appreciate everyone for hanging around and supporting me as I find my way. You know? I would definitely love to go to Turkey, India, and probably the Caribbean. Wow. That's a lot of that's a lot of interesting picks for a Mexican American. What's the backstory there? Why Turkey? Why India? Why the Caribbean? Khan will tell you go to Pakistan instead of India. Go to both. I'd like to go to both at some point. Egg. he's saying like masturbating. He's just trying to bait you into say masturbating. Pirates of the Caribbean or Caribbean? I always forget. Bro felt I woke up this morning to a broken passenger side mirror. Thankfully just the mirror, not the whole thing. Really? Like someone broke it? Or what? Did someone break your mirror, Ken? It's Vicky Egg. He's just using a different account. Who? The dude from yesterday. He keeps coming in on a different account. Vicky Vikram was how he came initially, weeks ago. It's 12:11. Bro, have a nice day. Allah Hafiz. Hafiz, what is that? I have not heard that one before. But take care, Khan. Have a good night, man. Oh, Deepak, is that him? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Only Water J says, well, India's culture has always been cool to me. And the Caribbean is just an amazing tropical place. Yeah. I don't know if you guys are familiar with healthygamer.gg, Dr. K on YouTube. He's super interesting guy, man. Great person. Really great for mental health resources. Maybe something for Jason to check out. Might help him out. But he's Indian, and he talks a lot about like Eastern medicine, Indian medicine, Indian philosophy and stuff, like Buddhism. So I like that kind of stuff. I think it's really interesting. And also the food. I used to think I didn't like Indian food, but I think it was like I just had a bad place early in my life, and so I thought I didn't like it for a long time. But then I had some Indian food in like college, and I realized it's super fucking good. I really like it. Just having to thank God it wasn't worse, for real. God, appreciate him for the good and the bad. Wait, do you know why or what happened, Kane? Did someone, do you think someone hit it on accident, or someone did someone crash into it, or someone break it? Curry beans. I like that. Yeah, somebody hit it with their car passing by. I have it on camera. Oh shit. Damn. Do you think it was on purpose, or did it seem like an accident? I feel like that's one of those things people might do without even realizing. Although you'd have to be pretty freaking close to hit a car's mirror as you're driving by. Water J says, but I would go to Mexico, but only to places like Cancun. Why is that? Do you feel Mexico's unsafe, Water J? Merida, or like Cancun is in, I forget if it's Quintana Roo or Yucatan, but it's over there. It's in the Yucatan Peninsula. It's a really beautiful state in Mexico. I've been there. I have some family in Merida. It's near Chichen Itza, one of the wonders of the world, which is a little overrated, by the way. If anyone ever goes to Mexico, don't go to Chichen Itza. Or do, but just know it's super expensive to go. And I don't think it's worth it. You can go to better ruins in Oaxaca for like $5. Monte Alban. They're Mayan ruins, or maybe some other, maybe not Mayan, but they're ruins. And it's like $5 entry versus like Chichen Itza, which was like $50 or something USD. My name is Vikido Master Nipra. No, definitely an accident, but then they sped off real quick, so I think they know what they did. I see. The good old hit and run. Did you see Trump the other day, Lamel? Yeah, definitely. I have Indian medicines. Very nice. What kind of medicines you got, man? Indian roots in my Indian boots and my Indian pants. Water J said, well, kinda, yeah. I just want to be safe and go to the tourist attractions for extra measure. Do you have family in Mexico, Water J? I think people, I think in general in the US we perceive Mexico to be more dangerous than it is. Certainly. I mean, especially if you're in the Yucatan Peninsula, dude. Yucatan is actually the safest, like Merida is the safest city, the second safest city in the entire American continent. So America, Canada, Mexico, all of Central America, all of South America, the safest city, number one is in Canada. The second safest city is in Merida, Yucatan, Mexico. The entire continent, safest city in the entire continent. So in general, if you're in those parts, it's a really safe area, safer than the U.S. And I was there, and it kind of feels like the U.S. in a way. It's a little more modern, a little more well established. But yeah, I would recommend over there. But I think any place in Mexico, like, I mean, as long as you're not in like cartel territory, or even if you are, like, if you just keep to yourself, stay with someone you know, like, you'll be all right. Knock on wood. It's not even for the cartels. It's not in their interest to kidnap Americans, because it's bad for business, and the U.S. will crack down on them. The plot of Narcos. I think it was purely media propaganda. How are you missing a shot with somebody that has a head inside of a person? And they found out who shot from multiple sources, but they didn't arrest the guy. The guy's dead, Egg. I'm not sure what you mean. The only Water J, I do, but they're in a small town, smaller than where I'm at. What part of Mexico, Jay? Where's your family from? Maybe the state or a major city, if you feel comfortable sharing. But we'll see. Only time will tell where I go, man. That's true. That's true. But at the same time, we are at the wheel, man. We're in control. So if there's anywhere you want to go, man, you can make it happen. Don't wait. Life is only so long, man. Everyone be saying he's still alive. How did he die? still alive. Trump is alive, but the dude that shot him is dead as hell, man. I love to make you smile. That's all. Ely. Just that little smile on your big non-helmet worthy cute face. What the hell does that even mean, man? Helmet worthy. That's the first time I've heard that one. Let me plug in my battery to charge here. Give me a second. My phone has been giving me a lot of trouble to charge lately, man. Might be time to get a new one soon. It's kind of annoying. Like, I have to plug in my charger very meticulously. I mean, I'd like to be a bit private, but I'll say my heritage is from Guanajuato. Oh, okay. My brother's girlfriend's family is from Guanajuato. And I have one of my best friends from childhood. His family is from Guanajuato too, I think. It's crazy how big Mexico, man, is, man. I'm barely scratching the surface here. in just Jalisco, Mexico. People saying the guy that took the shot didn't die. Was he shot by Secret Service? Yeah, he was. He literally, as soon as he took some shots, he got sniped, man. He got shot by counter snipers. But it is a very strange situation. I'll talk about it, but I mean, let's not talk politics, but I'll talk about the attempt itself, because it is a bit interesting. You know, like, there's only so many buildings in a place where to do a rally like that, and you would think that the Secret Service would be set up on those buildings and have it all secured. But yeah, it is very strange that he was able to get up there and get 3 shots off before they shot back at him. I don't know. Someone's probably got to get fired. I don't know how they could fuck up that bad, but they definitely fucked up really bad. Some people think it might have been an intentional fuck up, but who knows. Still though, how did he miss that bad to only pierce the ear? Dude, it's not easy to shoot someone, bro. What the heck? The kid was 20 years old. It's not like he's a sniper. It's not like he's a military trained. If anything, it's quite incredible that he got that close. Honestly, I'm trying to not get involved, but the news is everywhere about it. Yeah. No, yeah. I just want to touch on it briefly. But yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much. Hola, says Danny Blog 77. Hola, Danny Blog. Hello, welcome. Bienvenidos. Where are you from? ¿De dónde eres? ¿Hablas inglés? Do you speak English? Explain to me how JFK is moving in the car, but the shooter was like 250 feet away, but the guy was shot. Trump missed. It's not easy to shoot, man. I mean, even military level, people have to do a lot of training to be that accurate. Bro. Post the video for us, like. Show us a 250 foot target shot. The thing is too though, like people spotted him. So like it's one thing to shoot when you're just like staying still and you have like 20 seconds to like take your aim, but if you're actively trying to kill someone, like your adrenaline is fucking pumping and people spotted him too, like people are yelling at him, like it's not the conditions to have the calm necessary to take a shot like that. I mean, it's final seconds of his life. Imagine, I can't even imagine what the adrenaline would feel like. De España. Ah, very nice. A little bit. Hay muchas personas que me encuentran de España. No sé por qué, no sé cómo. There's a lot of people that find me from Spain. I'm not sure why or how. Water J says, but the background about it is fascinating, so it keeps me intrigued without the politics. Yeah, I mean, politics aside, it is just a very strange, just strange situation, concerning situation. I shot a hand cannon, I can't remember how far, but it was pretty far, and I hit the circle outside the bullseye. It really isn't hard. Yeah, I guess it's a sniper. Hand cannon. I don't know, man. I don't think it's, the conditions just weren't there. It's not like just going shooting at a range with your boys at 60, with your heart beating at 60 beats per minute, drinking a beer and chilling, you know? But it is also, I think Trump also moved his head a little right as he shot. So it hit him in his right ear. He moved like a little to the right like this. So I guess if it hit his right ear, maybe at this angle, then maybe it might have hit like the back of his head into his neck. I don't know if it would have killed though. I don't know how fragile humans are, you know? Like, cause like if you get like your throat slit, like I think you're guaranteed dead. Like you can't really stop the bleeding fast enough, right? But if you get like part of your neck blown off, I don't know. Maybe that's a little too graphic. I don't want to think about that kind of stuff. Let's talk about something else. Trump wouldn't stop moving. Jesus Christ, man. Is Jason working today, Water J? How's our boy doing? WTF that mean? I'm sure he'll gladly explain what it means. But don't ask questions you don't want to hear the answer to. Is that what they say? Don't ask questions if you're not ready to hear the answer. Something like that. It was not concerning. I know what it means, but why does bro say it on YouTube? That's a good question. Let's ask the source directly. Vicky Vikraman. What is your story, man? Who are you? Who are you and how are you? In both senses. How did Vicky Vikram become the man he is today? a little funny sometimes, but it's also really weird most of the time. You have your moments, Choda or Vicky, but not most of the time, if I'm honest. CJ says, I was just hoping you were on. I do be on, man. I be here, man. How you doing, CJ? Are you having lunch with the Bay again, bro? How's it going? I'm pretty alright, man. I'm pretty alright. You know? Pretty alright. I bought a guitar yesterday. I was chatting with Charlie Deer. Oh, I think he dropped in for a bit for that when I was telling my my high school love story. High school love triangle story. But yeah, I bought a guitar. I'll probably do a music stream this evening. Probably, if not this evening, at least tomorrow. Sir, oh, alright, I'm about to go eat dinner. See you tomorrow. Peace out, Egg. Have a good night, man. Have a good dinner. Ah, yeah! Yeah. No, yeah, I bought a guitar. I don't know, man. It's weird, you know? I feel like music used to be everything in my life, you know? And then it just wasn't. And ever since then, it's kind of just ebbed and flowed. Kind of just, I don't know, in and out, bob and weaving. Sometimes it's higher, sometimes it's lower. Sometimes I have extreme interest in music. Sometimes I have no interest in music. But I don't know. Something felt right about getting a guitar to have here in Mexico. So I got one, and we'll see what comes of it, you know. But I did enjoy doing the music streams the few times that I've done it. So you know, I guess that's the beauty of live streaming. It's such a sandbox. I can make it anything I want, you know? And like I ran into like a few IRL live streamers a few weeks ago, and that's basically what they do. They just go live and do whatever the fuck they want. Just chatting, walking around. They play guitar, karaoke probably. They do emoji parties. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm definitely in the right direction, you know. Doing my YouTube and I don't know, taking the risk, you know, going all in. But I don't know. It sucks sometimes. It's a bit isolating, and I guess I also feel a little, I don't know, a little confused, a little lost. Egg is means to shoot the who in slow-mo and got the no. I'm from India, Delhi. No cap? What's an emoji party? Emoji party is like, you know what? That's a great question. I didn't know either. I forget what they called it. They might have called it something else, but they are crazy, man. They have some incredible technology going on their streams. And so they have this thing where like basically anything that people react to in the chat, they, like the emojis that they use kind of pop up on the screen and like dance around and like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. I'm India Delhi, software engineer, and I got tons of time. Hi, says Sunny Poppy. Holy shit, welcome back, Sunny Poppy. And I just get so tired at nighttime that I don't care what I am saying anymore. Same drill every day, so I see. Thank you for sharing, Vicky. Vikram. I appreciate you being honest. I think you're being honest. It sounds honest. How do you like working as a software engineer? You said same Joe every day, so who cares? It sounds like you don't like having the same Joe every day. You know, sometimes I feel like, I don't know. You know, I guess part of the doubt and like feeling lost and stuff, I feel like part of it is the lack of success in a way. But I have been successful, you know? Like, look at this. There's a few of you guys here now, but like, I've had like 10, 15 people, different people come in here and talk to me, you know? I think it's just like, I guess maybe there's a sense of urgency. And a sense of urgency to get monetized. And to like, I feel like that's like that big milestone. And Jesus. Advertisements in Mexico, man. You know, I feel like it certainly won't make me happy to get monetized, you know? But I guess maybe, I don't know. I think it might still be, I've talked about it a few times, but I feel like for most of my life I've kind of derived value based on what I achieve, based on outcomes, you know? Grades, typically in high school. Just always trying to be like the best at something or really good. And you know, I kind of realized that when I remember I started playing soccer again, like a few years back, and I felt really shitty and anxious. I feel like I realized I had this fear of like being really bad at something. And that's kind of when I realized like at that point in time, I realized for most of my life I'd stuck to what I'm good at. I'd stuck to what I'm comfortable with, you know? And, you know, because it feels nice. It feels nice to be good at something or to be the best at something. But it kind of keeps us stuck in a way too, you know? And I think there's a lot of things I wanted to do, but I didn't have the courage to do. I was fearful to do it. And so I don't know. I would kind of take notice of how I would react to certain things, and I realized like I was very pessimistic. I was like very judgmental of people, or jealous of people sometimes, you know? And I realized like there are things I want to do, but that I was scared to do or unwilling to do. And so I envied people who were able to do them and did do them. I don't know. That was back in like COVID era, like 2020, 2021. I was rock bottom. I was extremely overweight. My ex had broken up with me. I was just a very angry, very resentful, very bitter person. But a lot has changed since then. I'm glad to say that, you know? It's inescapable and I don't got more words for it. Like 9 to 6, you got nothing to do except your job, and after that you got nothing to do at all. Right. That's understandable, Chota. Or Vikram. You know, but I think there is a distinction between what we feel and what we believe. It can feel like it's inescapable, But it's up to you if you want to believe that it's inescapable. And I think a lot of times we confuse, or we kind of default to believing what we feel. You know? Like if I feel I feel ashamed for not being Mexican enough. Like that's just a feeling, you know? But it's up to me whether I want to believe that. And in general, you know, things can feel like a lot of things, I guess. But we have more control than we think, man. Even if it doesn't feel like it. You know, if you're really dug in, oh god, if you're really deep dug in a hole, if you dug yourself very deep in a hole, it might feel like there's no light. You can't even see the earth anymore. You're 6 feet under. But you know, all it takes is to stop shoveling downwards and start slowly building up some soil and building up. And before you know it, you see the ground, you see more light, you see the trees, you see the grass, and eventually you're out of the hole, man. And so, I mean, I don't know you, Vikram, not by any means. I don't know your life, but I believe in you, man. I trust you. I've been there, man. You know? We, at any point in our lives, we feel stuck, we feel lost and hopeless. But it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It doesn't matter how we feel. We have the power to choose what to believe. You were even more overweight. Yeah, I was super overweight. I was like 267 pounds, which is, I don't know what in kilograms. But yeah, currently I'm probably like 240, 230, somewhere around there. Still heavy, but I was super heavy, super fat. And yeah, I mean, I think we all come to a point in our life where we hit rock bottom. Maybe it's now, you know? Maybe it's now. Why not, or why do you feel like it sounds like you don't like your job, or even what you do after your job, Vikram? Why not, like, I mean, you say it's inescapable. I think it feels inescapable, but I think you can find a way. That goes for anyone out there. I don't know who's out there. No one's talking, but I hope I'm making sense here. It's kind of the sad reality, though. You know, it's not just in India, in China, I mean, in any country, really. Most of, like, the developed countries, you know? We fucking work our asses off. We're slaves to the moolah, to the dollar bill, or whatever currency everyone has. You know, like in China, it's absurd, man. Probably the same in India. There's so much competition, so many human beings that, I mean, you just have to work like crazy. In China, like the standard is like 8 to 8, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. or 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. or some shit like that, man. Just working all day. And for what? Just to get by. You know? A lot of people are very miserable. And it sucks. I had a lot of friends in China who, I mean, most of the Chinese people I knew worked an absurd amount of hours compared to like the U.S. They were working like the whole day basically, which I feel like is no way to live life. But everyone just kind of accepts it. Everyone feels like, yeah, like that's just how it is, and it's how it is there. You know, it's how it is in China. It's how it is in India. Japan, Korea, I think they also have similar problems. They have some of the worst rates of like suicide and overworking than any country, I think. And I think a lot of people, they've been sold this lie, man, that the goal of life is to work. Work, work, work. But we choose, man. We choose what the goal of life is. And if you ask me, life is to be enjoyed. Life is to be enjoyed. I think a lot of people don't enjoy their lives and feel like there's no way out of it. And the tricky thing is when you feel like that, there's not much anyone can say to change your mind. A lot of times. I think that choice has to come from ourselves. You know? We have the power to choose to fight the war, fight this battle, even if it feels unstoppable. We have the choice to choose to fight the war or die trying, you know? Choose to fight for a different life, a life that we enjoy, or die trying, you know? It's kind of like that phrase, like, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees, or something like that. I'm 200 pounds. Wait, there ain't no one coming. Where's Egg? And WTF, what I do without a job? My maid gives me a secret massage every Sunday only because I got a job, so she gives me one too. Marcia says hello from Brazil. Well, you can, I mean, what do you want to do, Vikram? Like, if you weren't a software engineer, what would you want to do? You know? And I make all these jokes on the spot. My brain is smart. And that maid one was a joke, but because you mentioned job. I see. What's up, Marcia? Welcome on by, man. I'm giving a bit of a inspirational monologue here. I mean, that's up to you, Vikram. You know? No one else will do it for you. No one else can make that choice for you. And yeah, I mean, it's up to you, man. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of us, at some age, we stop dreaming. And India especially. I know there's a fuck ton of pressure from family and from a young age probably, you know, you kind of just get, like there's no concept of like, what do I want, you know? Same in China, like in a lot of these communal societies, like the individual is kind of like minimized, you know? And, you know, I think a lot of times we don't even have the awareness anymore of what we want because it never mattered. And maybe that was the case for you, Vikram. Maybe what you wanted never mattered, so you don't even know what you want, you know? Do you know what you want, Vikram, if you weren't a software engineer, if you weren't living the life you're living now? Born without a friend and bound to die alone, Soundgarden. I'm back, says Drew. Welcome back, Drew. How do you do, man? You know, one of my favorite quotes, I forget who it's by. Might be David Goggins. But he says, the most important conversations we'll ever have are with ourselves. And I think it's super true, man. You know, no one could decide for us what we want. No one can decide for us who we want to be. That's up to us. And I think for a lot of us, we've been told what we should do, what we should want, or we've been denied what we want for so long that we don't even fucking know anymore, man. In the US, it's always, oh, gotta go to college, gotta get a job. Go to college, get a job. Go to college, get a job. Go to college, get a job. Buy a house, buy a car, buy a bigger house, buy a better car. Make money, make more money. Climb up the corporate ladder. Buy things, buy a TV, buy a better TV, buy a bigger TV, buy a phone, buy a bigger phone, buy a better phone, buy a newer phone. All this shit, you know? We're constantly shoved shit down our throats, man. Constant stimulus. Constant distraction. Constantly told what we should want, what we should think, what we should do, who we should be. But fuck that noise, man. We choose. We choose that for ourselves, man. We can choose for ourselves. I think we can take the power back, you know? It's up to us if we want to let people take that from us. But we all have the power to change, even if we don't feel like it is, like we do. Why doesn't anyone believe in loneliness? Stand up and everyone will see your holiness. Machu said, you're not funny, Chota. Chota is Vikram, Machu. My job is good, but it's just monotonous. Right, but I mean, why is it good? I assume because of like, you make good money or something, but do you enjoy the work? You know, like monotonous is indicative of something, you know? Like, if a job is monotonous, most people don't like that. And it sounds like you don't like that it's monotonous. So in that sense, it's not good, you know? There's reasons. I feel like a lot of times the reasons that we think something is good, a lot of times it's influenced by what other people tell us too, you know? Like, I don't know. Back when there's a huge portion of my life where I would always default to just saying that I'm good. Like people would ask like, oh, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm good. But then like I would just feel this like cognitive dissonance, just this deep unsettling sense of like, I mean, it took a while to become aware of it, but just that like, I'm not good, man. I wasn't good. And I think it's the same with like jobs, you know, like a lot of people pretend to be happy, pretend that they love their work, and a lot of people, we feel that we're the only ones that feel like something's off. And, you know, everyone's kind of masking, everyone's putting on the mask, and no one is admitting to themselves or to other people how they truly feel. And I think the most important part is to be honest with ourselves, you know? I think that's the hardest part. Admitting to ourselves that we're not happy.
that we don't enjoy our life, we don't enjoy what we're doing, or whatever, whatever it may be. Could be a relationship. For me, a huge part of that was my relationship with my parents. A couple years back, like I felt like I couldn't be honest with them or be truthful with them. I just felt very disconnected, and it was fucking me up. But I think it's the same for anything, Like we can go our whole life living a lie, just distracting ourselves, and it's easy to do, man. We live in a world where it's easy as hell to distract ourselves for a whole life if we want. Another scrolling of the TikTok, another meme, another Netflix show, another anything really, another burger, another order of fries. Food can be one of the biggest distractors. But, it's up to us, man. It's up to us to be honest with ourselves. That's the first step. You can't change something until you know you want to change it. That might sound a little obvious, but like, for example, if I've lived in like the US my whole life, and I guess this is kind of what happened, like, I didn't realize how fucked up some aspects of the United States was, or the culture in the US was, until I left. Because it's just normal. You just feel like that's what is. You have no awareness that other things exist. Everyone knows there's other countries and life is different, but a lot of times we don't really know. We haven't stepped foot in other countries, other places. And, there's a lot of things about any country, really, that's fucked up. There's pros and cons to any place, but it takes leaving that that bubble, I guess, for lack of a better term. That's what kind of cracks the glass. What kind of allows you to see that something's off, something's wrong. And I feel like for myself that was the case when I first left the U.S. Like I didn't even really know why I wanted to leave. I knew I was unhappy. I knew I wasn't enjoying my life. I knew I felt like I was wasting my life. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I knew it wasn't this at that time. And that's valuable too, man. It's actually very valuable. Not knowing what you want to do is perfect. That's a great place to be. Because at least you have that realization, that awareness. And that's the first step. Because you don't need to know what you want to do. No one knows what they want to do, You kind of have to just go in a direction and play it by ear. Trial and error. And so not knowing what you want to do is a great first step. Because you can start eliminating things, Maybe okay, I hate office life. I hate working 9 to 5. That's valuable, man. And as you explore, as you enjoy the process, you slowly realize what you do enjoy, what you do like to do. God damn it. Even right now, like, I'm feeling pretty good about this conversation. And I love talking about stuff like this. And I'm just having a realization now that I like this. I like talking about shit like this. Shit that, like, matters. Shit that, like, I've experienced and that oftentimes I'm afraid to talk about. Or I kind of minimize my own experiences, my own feelings. But that's all it takes, There's a video that's been making rounds on YouTube. It was like this back surgeon, who gave up after 20 years of being a back surgeon. Everyone was telling him, oh, like, that's amazing. Like, it's such a reputable job. He gets so much respect, this and that. And after 20 years, he quit because he realized, like, the healthcare system in the whole in the U.S. is just fucked. It doesn't prevent disease. Like, it's reactionary. It only it treats sickness. It doesn't aim to prevent sickness or maintain people's health. Like, it profits off of people's sickness. And it's like a 45-minute video. I ended up watching the whole thing, but he basically quit, and now for the past year, he's just been doing like ASMR videos in the forest, hanging out with his dogs and his wife. And he posted this video a year later after all of this, 20 years as a brain surgeon, or a back surgeon. And then a whole year later, he finally, after spending 3 days in the forest, films this video where he talks about the whole story. And it's going like super viral right now. When I watched it, it was like at 1.5 million views in like a few days. And I think it's at like 4 million or something last I saw. So I'm missing a few messages here. It is monotonous because you get to be reprimanded by the boss for the same reasons, but it's good because what people say about their jobs, haha. But I get the salary. Food can indeed be a distraction. That's the thing though, dude. That shit is bullshit, dude. I actually hate that. I actually hate like bosses who like shit on their employees. Oh my gosh. It's fucked. Like, that is a reason to be mad. That is a reason, like, it's up to us what we choose to accept. And if we, you know, we can choose to accept that we're not gonna work in a fucking place where our boss is a fucking dickhead. That's up to us. And, you know, it might mean we can't have that same cushy job, or like we might have trouble finding a job, but I think it's worth it, you know? It's worth it. Food can indeed be a distraction. Indeed, yeah. What is this? Who ate the luck? Yesterday I took a dump, took Pepto-Bismol the day before. I could see pink inside my diarrhea and went to the doctor. They said I have a tapeworm. I need to help with this. It's not a joke. That sounds pretty unfortunate, man. I would talk to the doctor though. I'm no doctor. I can help you with that one. You're gonna need expertise for that. But yeah, you know, like for me, like, I mean, I still don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know where I'm heading. But I know it's hell of a lot better than what I was doing before, you know. I'm not making any money right now. I'm not even monetized. But I'd rather do this than get a job that I hate, you know? Because I can live for cheap. That's why I'm here in this pueblo in Mexico. I'm trying to just live for cheap, live simply. And I can, you know, I can. Even if it takes months, you know, I could live here for months with like basically zero income. And you know, like, I'd rather do that than get a real job, quote unquote. And get a job that I hate. Even if I make a lot of money, I just can't stand it anymore. And you know, I still don't know what I want exactly, but I know what I don't want. And I know I don't want that. And that's something. Haloholic says hi. What's up, Halo? Welcome by, man. Vikram, I would say, you know, it's a little harder to know what we want. You know, I think by design as well, by conditioning. You've probably been conditioned to ignore what you want, if I had to guess, to suppress what you want, to minimize what you want. So my advice to you would be, make a list of everything you don't want. Make a list of the things you hate. You know, it sounds like you hate your fucking boss shitting on you for the same thing every day. I mean, not hate though, you know? Be a little more balanced about it. But list the things you don't want. Try to envision like an ideal life. Envision a life you want to live. And start listing the things you see, the things you do want, and the things that you don't see, the things you don't want, you know? For example, maybe you know you don't want a shitty boss. That's a good start. And you could probably project that out a little, you know? You know that you don't want someone to be above you. You don't want to be subservient to someone. And that opens some options. Maybe that means you're your own business, you start your own business, you're your own boss. Maybe that means you, I don't know, do content creation, influencer, whatever, you know? You know, that's one step. Maybe you know, maybe you don't want to be fat anymore. Maybe you don't want to live a sedentary lifestyle anymore. That's good too. Jesus Christ. What the fuck, man? So maybe, how are those kids doing, man? Jesus. Yeah, maybe you want a job that's active, or something you can keep active with. Maybe you just want more time. Maybe you want more free time. Maybe your job takes up too much time. You know? We can always give up a like prestigious job for something we enjoy more. You kind of just have to take that leap of faith. I don't know who's still out there. This could be falling on deaf ears, but it doesn't matter, you know? That's an important lesson for myself too. It's helpful to say this all aloud and to process it, even if no one listens. You know, for myself, it's great reminders for myself. Because I'm basically on that path right now, man. You know, I've been at that point where I don't enjoy my life, where I hate my life, where I feel like I'm wasting my life. And I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know really what to do. There's just little directions to go in. And then you learn. You learn from the experiences and you get a better idea. So, I mean, that's where I am now. I'm not rock bottom anymore. I'm out of the hole. And I have some ideas, some directions, and that's all I have. Just a sense of where to go, of how to go from here. And so that's what I'm doing now, man. That's what everyone's here witnessing, day in and day out. It's just me live streaming, man. Putting in those hours. I want to put in more, TBH. I've been doing like 4 hours a day lately. But I think I want to kick it up to 6, at least 6, you know? I feel like I could really increase my growth doing 6 hours a day. And that would still be like 6 times 5. I mean, that would still be less than full-time work. Full-time in the US is like 40 hours a week. 8 hours a day. Hopefully, I'm gonna be moving into my uncle's house. Jesus Christ. And hopefully I can get some better sleep there. I haven't been sleeping well the past week. And I feel like I kind of lose a lot of time from that. You know? I lose like probably a couple hours of the day from not sleeping well, kind of just being sluggish, not being able to get up out of bed and stuff. So I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good about the direction I'm heading in. Now I am. I wasn't earlier for the past few days, but I'm feeling a sense of purpose, which is exactly what Jameson asked. What's the purpose of life? My thoughts is objectively there is none, but subjectively it can be whatever we want, man. You define it for yourself. To some that might seem scary, but I think it's kind of liberating. Anything you want, man. Anything you want. What is your purpose in life is the better question, Jameson. What do you want your purpose to be in life? Or maybe you don't know. Maybe you can start with what is not the purpose of life. And for Vikram, maybe that's not slaving away at his job. Maybe he doesn't know what his purpose is, but he knows what it's not. And that helps too, man. Who ate the you know what? Did the doctor saw a pic of the masterpiece you created? Not sure what that means. For me, it's seeking after God. I see. I'm not religious, so I think we'll probably have different views. That gives me hope. I see. I see. I am serious. Who's Sheikh? I don't understand what you're asking, Vikram. Sheikh? That's a very ambiguous and, no, what's the word? Not ambiguous. Cryptic. It's a very cryptic sentence. I can solve the worm problem. Are you talking about that other guy? Who said he has a tapeworm? Do you like horchata or Jamaica more? Hamasia. You spelled it right the first time. Jamaica. Jamaica. Same spelling as Jamaica. Or I think Jamaica is pronounced Jamaica in Spanish. Probably horchata. I mean, they're different, you know? I'm surprised. You seem to be quite well versed with Mexican things, Jameson, for being Canadian, Vietnamese, Chinese. Yeah, I like horchata in general more. Yeah, exactly. It depends on the mood. I think horchata is like, I mean, you know, if I want something fruity, then I'll go with horchata or with Jamaica. But horchata is nice with like, I don't know, tacos or I don't know. It really does depend on the mood. You're right. You got some comments going in the spam, I guess. Probably, but that's not in my control because I already have all messages showing. So if it's getting deleted, then that's YouTube's side. YouTube is changing it or removing it themselves automatically. LOI, I know. I studied about it, research. I studied the different cartels. LOL. When? Studied, researched. Are you talking like in school or just like Googled stuff out of curiosity? Or what? What do you mean by studied and researched? I feel like research indicates like academic research. Just from YouTube and Google, Reddit. Yes. The most... Jesus Christ. Jesus, those kids, man. The most scholarly sources on the planet. YouTube, Google, and Reddit. No, I'm kidding. I mean, Reddit, I don't know. Reddit is Reddit, man. YouTube, there's a lot of great content on YouTube, actually. I really like those, like geopolitical videos. LOL. Yes, that tapeworm guy. No, yeah, I saw the tapeworm guy's message, but there's nothing I can do for him, man. I'm no doctor. I can only provide emotional support. I mean, yeah, YouTube, there's like, one of my favorite channels, I haven't watched in a while, but Real Life Lore, they do like, kind of like, I don't know, like geopolitics type videos. But there's a lot of ones similar like that talk about all sorts of things. Did you eat the snake in China? No, I might try it here in Mexico though. Apparently I can if I talk to the right people. I actually found some cartel members on Instagram from Nuevo Laredo. That's why I said that place last time. On Instagram. Probably possible. I've heard I feel like you would like Arab. Jameson, do you know who Arab is? The travel vlogger? He used to be a Fortnite pro player, I think, but he quit to travel the world and do vlogs in dangerous places, particularly. That's kind of his thing. He goes to like dangerous places. Yes, I've seen his vids. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. He's gotten. I mean, I don't know if you heard about his semi-recent thing when he got kidnapped in Haiti for 18 days or something. But he's an interesting character. I like some of his videos. I feel like they're a little more geared for kids. It's a little more like entertainment. But I don't know. Certainly interesting. What goody? Shout out please, says Giotto Kumari. Shout out Giotto Kumari. Japanese? Jesus Christ, man. These freaking kids, man. I think that was fake, lol. Yeah. I don't know. I could see why people think it's fake. A lot of people were definitely shitting on him for saying it's fake and stuff. But I mean, I don't know. It's only a matter of time before something happened to him. He's out here in a lot of dangerous places, you know? And I think at that point he had quite a big ego. But he seems to have turned a new leaf or something. Do you know Asmongold? I do. I've seen his clips pop up on YouTube sometimes. Just like, I don't know, just him reacting to things, random shit. But I've never watched him. He seems to be, I don't know. He seems to be kind of angry, an angry person sometimes. Like I've seen a lot of clips where he's like reacting to things and he's like cussing and I don't know, he just seems super mad. But I'm sure he's a pretty chill, normal guy most of the time. But yeah, I don't really watch him. He's a millionaire. Asmongold? What does he do but lives in the same home? Does he like do video games or what exactly does he do? I know he's a live streamer on Twitch. Yeah. That's respect. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, it's really dark out here. I think it's about to start raining or thundering soon. Just gaming videos, I see. I don't know, streamers are interesting. All the big Twitch streamers, some of them are like absurdly rich, you know? I just want, honestly, like I don't even need to be rich, man. To travel around, like, especially in like most countries, if you're earning US dollars, like, man, I just want like, let's see, maybe $100 a week. $100 a week. I think that'd be pretty good. That'll get me by. I can't imagine like making like tens of thousands of dollars every month, you know? Sounds absurd. I guess in the US it's not bad. Jesus Christ, man. These freaking kids. In the US it's not like, I mean it's a lot, it is a fuck ton, but the US is expensive. But I think in a lot of places in the world you can get really far with really little. So I'd rather spend my money outside of the US use my US dollars to spend them outside of the US. Goes a lot farther, man. Mencho, message retracted. It's just these kids, man. Freaking like, they're like 7, 8 years old. They're running around shirtless, lighting fireworks and shit. Blue says, just joining, hi. Welcome by, Blue. How you doing, man? Maybe you could work a year in USA. Nah, I'm past that, man. And then save it. I could, I definitely could, but I'm over it, man. You're looking for work for 100 USD a week? No, I'm not. I already found it. It just isn't paying me yet. This is it right here, man. YouTube, in some way, shape, or form. Live streams or vlogs, who knows what, but I definitely want the flexibility of YouTube, So I can have a livelihood wherever I am, whatever I'm doing. And something that kind of shifts with me, with my, as I grow, as I change as a person. But yeah, I'm basically like, I'm committed to not getting a job. I'm all in, man. I'm all in. We'll see what happens, but I'm all in, man. This is it right here. I either make it or I die trying. At least you got an American passport. That's true. It's a powerful one. I want to get my Mexican passport as well. But they seem to be pretty booked. Canadian passport too is a powerful one. Yeah, I imagine. I'm looking for a professional organizer. Organizer? Like an event organizer, event planner or something, or what? I'm not sure I can help you with that one. I take it for granted that I can travel. It's such a weird, I don't know. The whole privilege thing. Like, we definitely have a fuck ton of privilege. But I think people from third world countries really don't get that opportunity. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like there's always, I don't know. I think sometimes people shit too much on people that travel, but there's also the type of people that travel in really shitty ways, unethical ways, or just like exploitive ways. But I don't know, travel's an interesting topic, because I feel like a lot of times, at least like in the US or in the West, like people think traveling is a lot harder to do than it is. It really just depends on what your idea of travel is, Like, I feel like in the US a lot of people think of traveling as like going to a resort in Mexico or something. But like it's just like it's like a tiny like capsule, It's like a enclave, like an American enclave in Mexico. And there's nothing wrong with it inherently. I think it's always nice to get like a little vacation or something, but like if you're traveling, like what I'm doing right now, I mean, I'm from here, so like I'm more familiar, but if one of you guys wanted to just randomly move to a random pueblo in Mexico, like you can do it. No more than $100 for rent for a month, and then food and stuff. I mean, depending on how much you buy, $100, $200, people throw down like $1,000, $2,000 on rent in the US to live in a tiny fucking room, man. It's just, it ain't it, man. It ain't it, And so, I guess in another way, I want to prove to people like you can live out here in Mexico for super fucking cheap in a much better way than the US. Certain things are lacking, like things are more worn down, like not as many services, not as many amenities, but there are things that matter in life and there are things that don't. And I think the US has a lot of what doesn't matter that much, like it's not necessary, I never solo traveled before, would like to. I do recommend, man. I did one solo travel trip in China, and it's actually it's the genesis of this channel. I came up with the idea of doing my channel from a solo trip that I did, the only solo trip I've done. So I think it can really change your life, man. I do recommend. Blue said, getting lost is the best way to travel, and just get on the next train to somewhere and explore. That's true too. I do like doing that as well. Just taking like a metro. You know, you don't have to travel internationally, man. Like, even just locally, like, it's a city is huge. Just taking a train to a random neighborhood or a random spot, you know? Wow, these clouds look incredible. I could live in Mexico for a year, eating mangoes and tacos, simple. Exactly. Look at these clouds, man. They look magnificent. I have a dog though, so I can't go that long. I guess that does complicate things. That's a little tougher. You know, I guess like some people manage to do it through like van life and stuff like that. Cause you can bring a car into Mexico, you can drive in. And there are people that van life through Mexico, through Central America, South America, all of that. Which I feel like would be cool as well. I've always wanted to try van life. And some of them have like dogs and stuff, so maybe like that. True, there are parts of Canada I've never been to, even in my own city, there's parks I want to explore. Yeah, and that's part of what I want to show too, because like, you know, when I was traveling a lot, I was going to like, I don't know, a lot of different countries and stuff, but like, man, the world is massive. Like, you don't need to go to a new country, is what I realized. Like, I don't need to go to a new country to see new things or to meet new people or experience new things. You kind of get desensitized too if you're constantly just shifting around all the time and seeing all the coolest things, you know? You start to kind of take it for granted a little. Jameson, I also said I could live in Mexico for a year. 15 years later, I'm still here. Wait, Blue. Wait, what the heck? Wait, Blue, are you originally not from Mexico? I thought you were like born and raised in Mexico. I would feel unsafe driving into Mexico. Possibly. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's definitely those highways that are a little more sketchy. But, I don't know. People do it, man. There's a lot of podcasts and stuff. You can find people talking about it, giving their testimony. I heard one of this lady that drove from like, probably I think like Canada down to Chile, all the way down for like 9 months or like a year and a half or something. Straight down, man. No, I was born in Texas. Oh my gosh, Blue. Okay, I didn't know that. The lore, or not the lore. That's interesting, dude. I thought you were born and raised in Mexico. That's really cool, man. There you go. Jameson is living proof. You know? I mean, I'm here for a month is the idea, but who knows? Maybe I'll be here for, I don't know. I was gonna say the rest of my life, but I don't know if I see that happening. I do want to travel more, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see where things go. We'll see what happens. Life is strange. It's a crazy world and we're living in it. You know? Never know what's gonna end up happening. But I'm here now. I plan to be here for at least a month, maybe longer. We'll see what happens. We'll see how things go. And I don't know. We'll see, man. And with that, I think I'm gonna start wrapping up and heading home. For one, because it looks like it's about to rain hell upon us. But I'm also got some things to attend to. I became a Mexican citizen after being here a few years. I made my home and family here and will never go back. Really? Holy shit. Wait, Blue. Oh god, hold on. Blue is your, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sore from yesterday. Like, do you have like Mexican roots? Like, is your family from Mexico in some way? That's super sick though, dude. I had no clue. And I think that's a lot of people. There's a lot of YouTube videos and stuff of people having similar testimonies, similar experiences. I think the US is overrated. But that's my experience, and also of many, but you know, I think it depends on a lot of things, you know? I understand why a lot of people want to go to the US to escape poverty and stuff like that. It's understandable. I guess I just have, you know, a different context. Oh my gosh. What is this? Is this a pinata? It's like a pinata that, I don't know, was abandoned or something. Alright, is anyone out there still? Any last words? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, the one thing. One of the things I don't like about Mexico is how loud it can be sometimes. This is the way people advertise their services and products. They go around making a lot of noise. Have to go back to work. Fun seeing you today. You as well, Blue. I'd be interested to hear more about your experiences. Hope to see you around, man. I too have to go, so I'm gonna wrap up here. Any last words, anyone? Jameson, if you're out there. But thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate you guys. I'm heading on out. Take care. Peace, says Jameson. Peace out, Jameson. My dog's name is Blue. No way. That's a crazy coincidence. Alright, we'll talk about it another time. Later, guys.